What's up, guys? Mikey in the building, baby. Yo, we do the money dance. We do the money dance. We do the money dance. Oh man, I hope you guys had a great week. My week was just flat, basically all week until Friday. QLGN. I stuck to the script. All right. Um, these low floats that were running was driving me crazy. I'm not really good at them at all, and I'm okay with admitting that. Um, I like pennies. I can size into them. They give massive returns when they work, right? But wow, I was like treading water. I did have a nice, decent day on Wednesday because I scalped a low float with size. But it's like as soon as I got 40 cents, I would like bail out, right? It's like because the book on them, there's not a lot of bid support. It's very spready at times, so it's like if some bids come, it's like all right, I'm out. But I don't like to trade like that. I really don't. Because then I was trying other names, and then I was losing 800, losing over here, losing over there, and it's like that's not my style, right? Um, but it's amazing talking to other people and just like understanding where a lot of people have their drawdowns is because like oh, things are not working for maybe a week or a couple weeks, and then they start doing other things, and they lose money here, they lose money there. I talked to J Red about that. I talked to Thiz about that. It's like there we had a lot of hot cycles, and when you learn how to capitalize on them, it's like I don't care if I didn't make any money through July, right? July could be a wash, as long as I'm not having a drawdown or going big red on things that I don't know. Like I did take attempts on, you know, I did take attempts on other pennies. My RSLS one. I took a penny yesterday that didn't work out, but then QLGN came up, right? So this one was really great. I'll break this one down. This had that liquidity trap daily gap type of setup, right? Um, I particularly like trading stuff like this, right? We have a huge sell-off day, right? And then it consolidates, still sells off really light volume, and then now it has news, has a catalyst, and then it has a gap. It's a gapper, all right. Previous VWAP was 35 cents on this one, really key level. We did have a weak open right here. This did not just squeeze out and then pull back. This did have a weak open, and I was able to get a starter on this one, just 80 thousand shares on this one. Really down here, right? Once this wasn't breaking down, we had some bidders come up. 80K bid, that was nice, right? I was able to get a starter on this one, and this started to crank, right? Started to crank. What was really important to me on this one was seeing that 35 cent area hold, right? So I got a nice 40% move out of this one. Did take some profits into here. I wanted to make sure that I did not get trapped and this failed. But what really kept me in this trade and then averaging up on this breakdown zone right here was the increasing volume, right? So throughout my losses this week that I had on trading RSLS and I forgot the other name, penny name. I can't think of it. It's people who watch will laugh, but um, uh, I can't get it. But regardless, it was the increasing volume, right? Where we're setting up the increasing volume on the daily, and even though you know RSLS, real quick example, this daily right here. Let's see if things will load for me, right? This is kind of like this cup area. Even though this failed against 24, okay, very similar to this, like having a big stuff day, looking for a liquidity trap, and maybe if we get over this level, then we can test backside 37. It just didn't happen. Like I'm sticking to the script. It was the lack of volume. All right, lack of volume is super super key, and going from there. So QLGN really had that increasing volume. Like even on this flag setup right here, when this pulled back, and before this cranked right here, we were halfway to the volume on our 7.5 day. That was super super key, right? And when I trade pennies, I trade them in a zone area. So when I soak something, I'm committed to a certain area. This area has to break down for me to stop out, rather than trying to take some and then it comes back down, or trying to take some and comes back down. So I got one trade right here. This is my second trade. I thought we were going to squeeze out. So I did scale a little bit, actually a lot of it into here. And what really made me take out a lot of my position size on that one was utilizing the book right here, where there wasn't a lot of bid follow up. All right, this was very aggressive push up right here. They removed a lot of this liquidity. Buyers got absorbed, but there was no bid follow up, and then you can see how drastically this started to dump. Right, so I started scaling out a lot immediately. That's over 40% move right there. That's phenomenal. And then I took this other trade down here. All right, I actually added a starter into that 35 cent level. All right, I actually only took 40, and then I averaged up tremendously on this flag. Okay, this flag right here, previous area of interest, actually pulled this offer. That was phenomenal. And then I really added pretty heavy into 40s. Okay, there's a lot of reasons why I added there. Um, in particular, too, is someone showed their hand and threw almost half a mil bidder right there, and then even threw 200K right there. So we had about 700,000, almost 800,000 on the book. So when this pulled back really deep right here, I saw sellers get exhausted down here over a previous area of interest where they actually had an offer to hold it down and they pulled it. So someone didn't want to get filled right here. That's fine. Then we came back into this area, and then they had massive bids on the book. So when this pulled back and I saw the sellers had exhausted, I immediately sized back into this, averaged up from my first ad right here, and then caught a huge move out of this. This was almost a 42% return right there. Full transparency, I did not catch this other move up here, which is fine, but I did catch this breakout right here, adding down there. So that was great. What a great trade! Like I'm so happy, but just sticking to the script, sticking to how I'm trading, and going from there. Um, IVP, huge miss. Didn't trade it. It's funny. Everyone in my room was talking about it, and they traded it. Congrats to them. Nice, really inside bar play. Another liquidity trap. Again, if we didn't have a penny runner, I definitely would have been on this one for multiple reasons, right? Previous VWAP was 648s on this, and then even the pivot was around 648. So inside bar play, really nice inside bar play with increasing volume. This one's been on like that reg show list as well too. So congrats on this one. Amazing inside bar play on this one, and then volume, pretty much came in and is already at the same volume that I had on 710. So that was really great. Major confluence on this one. This is something to study, right? Why they work, when they work, implement like intraday structure that happens. Where the volume, like we're definitely have some steady volume on this one. This is not breaking down. There's a bunch of stuff candles, no follow through, reclaiming. There's breakdown zones. Me particularly, this would have been a nice ad right here. Even if I missed first view op ads, which definitely would have been paying attention to, I would have traded this the same way I traded QLGN without a doubt, and went from there. But that's all I got today, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll be studying low floats. I don't want to not disregard them. I think there's definitely a different way to trade them than I am trading these type of daily structures and soaking and adding. I know particular for me, like, I can't grab a couple hundred K on these pennies like I can on a name like IVP, but it's important to have good risk management, so it's okay to grab a couple thousand shares at a time, 4 or 5K, grab up to 10 for me, not everyone else, and then ease my way into like maybe potentially sizing in more. But the thing is with these is like even a couple thousand shares, guys, and you hold for a 3-4 point move, you're gonna make pretty good money depending on how you trade, right? If you grab a couple K, you scalp it, okay, that's cool. You got 50 cents right away. But if you hold for multiple dollars, a couple thousand shares goes a long way on a name that has range, right? It just depends what you're trading. Be mindful, you know. But that's all I got, man. Much love. Peace out, Mikey.